Pastor, thank you for this time. And on the 29th anniversary of the ministry, I would like to greet everybody. And I bow to the pastor, the warmest felicitations to all of you all over the world. But I have a prayer, a deep prayer that pastor would have another dream tonight. And God would just tell him that, Pastor, my son, I was mistaken. Iba pala yung tinutukoy ko, hindi si Rudy. Alam mo, totoo yan. 16 years ago, we were at driving range, and Pastor just blurted out. Kaya pala he was very silent. Then he started to talk and just blurted out, say, Mayor, I had a dream last night that you'll become the president of this country. Pastor, everybody has had a bad dream in his life. Consider that a bad dream because I do not have really the will to be one. But before I proceed, I notice that we have a lot of Ukrainian friends here. And I commiserate with you. Your country is undergoing a turmoil. I would not mind. I'm really serious. For those who want to escape the travails of war, you're always welcome here. You know. We need more good Christians, beautiful Christians, and I also invite them, your men, for those who do not want to just take a vacation and perhaps if we pray hard to God, you will overcome in so short a time. We also pray for you, your country. Totoo yan, si Pastor sinabi niya, and I felt humbled, and I said, Pastor, natakot tuloy ako. I was afraid because had it been a dream of an ordinary man, or for example, my security, police, and he would say that he had a dream, and I would just kick him and say, God damn it, you're wasting my time. But coming from, alam mo, hindi ko ito binubola, ha? Pastor is a friend. But along the years, he's my friend, he's my close friend, but along the years, ang aura niya is palayo ng palayo sa akin. More of, kasi the pastor has metamorphosed into really a holy man. Holy, parang, and even I have to calibrate my thoughts before I say something, not to offend him perhaps, or but you know, I've always been a friend. You know, I'm loose in my, but ngayon hindi na masyado ako I tell bad jokes, dirty jokes, but kasi parang lumalayo siya ng aura niya, hindi yung physical, yung aura niya, because I said he has become to me a holy man. Mahirap and that scared me. And ito ngayon, I thought all the while that it was really a bad joke. Somebody said, mag-presidente ka because you have improved Davao, you have killed all the criminals, but there are still to be killed. No, not in the physical sense actually of killing people. You do not, you know, what ails this country is more than just the criminals. This country and some institutions in government are rotten to the core. Yan ang mahirap. Kaya baski sino naglalayo, I have told everybody, I am not a candidate. I will never be a candidate. The presidency does not really appeal to me at all. Ayaw ko. Ayaw ko. Ayaw ko kasi ganito yan eh. If you elect me in the system, same structure, then I sit on my ass for 6 years, bowling at everybody, blaming everyone, then getting stressed out for 6 years. And at the end of the day, I would just say to you, my beloved countrymen, I have done my task. I'm finished. I'm now turning over the reins of power to the new president. I leave you with the same system, with the same corruption, opportunities, and all. Walang nagbago dito because hindi ko pinakailaman ang konstitusyon at ang ating batas. I've always been a law-abiding person. I'm a lawyer. At ganon ang nangyari. Pagka ganon ang ibigay ninyo sa akin, wag na lang po. Bigay na lang ninyo kay Binay, Rojas, Cayetano, Escudero. Maraming magandang lalaki dyan sa Luzon. Sila na lang. Sila na lang. You do not need me. Do not waste your money on me. Malaki pa naman ang sweldo ng presidente, pati allowance. Alam mo, but if perchance God would just find me in the presidency, ayaw ko, pero pagka dumating ako dyan, perchance if God says that you stay there, if I do not get the desired results that I want for reformations within 6 months to 1 year, I will declare a revolutionary government. I will close Congress and sell all government corporations are making money. Pati yung sabi ko, GSIS, SSS, kung mayroong mga empleyado dito. You know, the gestation time of following up the papers of the retirees and even those wanting to get money because there's an emergency, sometimes really, its being is not there. Ibig sabihin, yung mga pensyonado minsan namamatay na lang sa kakahintay for a correction. Yung iba, somebody collected the pension, and here comes the true heirs or the beneficiaries, and they would start to complain and ask my help, and because I'm the mayor, I have to call them, and only to realize that 2 years has passed, the beneficiaries, the wife has died, waiting, and nothing has been done. Kasi ako dito, ganito, pag ako ang na-presidente, sirado ang SSS, pati GSIS. I will sell it to a bank consortium and privatize it. Then I will streamline, I will start with the basics. Kasi ganito yan, so that you'd understand government. You're controlled by Congress. Aquino is clean, he's very good. But he is controlled by Congress because the Constitution says all money matters must start in the House of Representatives. Sa mga congressman, hindi nga sa senador. And it is where the President would submit his budget and it will be approved. Doon ang singitan at yung mga project nila. I have been your congressman 1998, year 2000, during the first set ko, 3 years, since I could not run anymore. For the 4th time, I had to go to Congress. I stayed there 1 term, 3 years sabi ko. This is not the life. So I went back in 2001 as your mayor. On the second set, hindi na ako makatakbo, I could not run because of the prohibition. I ran for vice mayor. I asked my daughter to be the mayor. Problem is, the mayor is me, my Inday is, he mauled the sheriff of, struck him several times, and you have to go after the bad guys. And these bad guys think that they have, like in Manila, it's kidnapping every day. Nakikita mo pa yung sa kinikidnap dyan sa, because there's the cameras. What the? Ako sabi ko sa mga kriminal, I hope na walang lumusot dito sa yung nagpagudgod, baskibad. Alam mo, do not, in front of pastor, sinasabi ko talaga sa kanila, do not think that you monopolize evil in this country. Because if you can do evil, one evil, I can do it 10 times over, because we are all evil here. We have a group here. I am in that group, and you are in that group. And so, yan ang ano ko. I will call close Congress. Isa ang problema natin ang police. No offense intended to the officers who are here. It's not really wholesale na lahat sila. But we have a problem with the police. Dalawa ang anak. You finance them to school? O how are you supposed to eat? Sige, marami namang pera, and since you are a dictator, your backbone is the armed forces, pati police. So, unahin ko talaga sila. Okay, come here. Patrolman, I'll give you 50,000 salary, plus 30,000 allowance. Ang anak mo, from kindergarten to high school, libre. You know why? You know why? Ganito yan eh. Itong mga ating sundalo, pati police, they are the ones facing danger every day of their lives. And they have to fight criminals and bad people, enemies of the state, rebels. Ano mo, at the back of their mind, when they begin to, paski ikaw, have you experienced a very scary life in your life? Di ba pag may mangyari sa tayong mga lalaki, ako nung pinara ako ng NPA, Vice Mayor pa ako, and because I was a prosecutor before, I became mayor, and I was prosecuting them in court. Pagbaba ko doon, sa sakyanan, kasi nakatutok na yung mga baril nila, ang pumasok sa isip ko, yung tiyan ni Elizabeth, si Sebastian, sabi ko, hindi niya makita tatay niya. Sabi ko, kaawa naman ng bata, hindi niya makita tatay niya. So I was placed in a kangaroo court. Ano sabi ko? So my job. Prosecutor ako. Ako yung pinili mag-prosecute sa inyo. And if you kill me for that, fine. We all die. But let the world know that pinatay ninyo ako dahil sa trabaho ko. Yan lang hiniing ko sa inyo. 2 months after, mayor na ako, balik ako roon sa kanila. Come. I will also put you in court. Mayor, okay na lang tayo kasi so I can talk to them even at this time. Ang kasi kung hindi mo ganunin, if our soldiers would go there and fight, at the back of their minds, magsayo, if I get a solid hit in the head now, what will happen to my family? Ang mindset nila, hindi, pero sabihin nila, may pension sila na maganda, and the children can really go to school, complete high school, and maybe college. Kumpante yan sila. Mga generals, I think depende sa star, di-differential lang ng 1 or 2, 3,000. So they get about 95, that's the highest. General lang sa buwan lang, kulang talaga yan. Hindi ko sabihin kulang talaga yan. So wala namang Congress, bilyon-bilyon man yung nawala sa atin, mababalik na sa atin. So General, I'll give you 300 plus 500. So So 500 a month ka. Ayusin mo yung trabaho mo. Ganun lang naman. Wala ka nang hingin. 500 mo, ubos mo. Kung gusto ninyo, 1 million. Pero pag nagkamali kayo, tapos lahat, we'll have to, just like what Cory did. But maybe I'll go easy dito sa judiciary. Kasi maraming kaso. There are conflicts every day being heard. So you do not really mess up with it altogether. So ganoon ang plano ko. Kaya ayaw ko. Kasi remember, but if I said perchance, if God would really, I would get the presidency legitimate. Have yourself elected, chosen by the people, at ayaw ko yung sisyo, magkudita, mutiny. Mahirap yan. I'm a lawyer and hindi ako pwede dyan. But makukuha tayo ng eleksyon, tapos, like Cory, nung nag-revolutionary government siya, hindi masakit sa atin. Bakit? Pinili natin eh. Anyway, she's already there. So make something out of it, a real one. Yun ang sinabi ko na kay Pastor yan. Magkagulo tagla, we will have a spasm somewhere. But you are put on notice na ako ang presidente. That would be my platform. I'm just expressing to you now my vision of my country. It has nothing to do with ambition. I do not want it. Tapos na ako. Ang mga anak ko tapos na mayor na, yung isa na vice mayor. Wala na ako. Go easy ako. I'll just wait for the pension, which is really big one, kasi it's pegged on your last salary. Last salary mo, malaki yung mayor. So it's going to be very big for me. At wala naman ang atin dyan eh. Just save enough money for the medicines because you will get sick, whether you like it or not. At ang kain naman, hindi na kilalan mo. Until now, I've been your mayor since 1988. When I was only 43. I'm still your mayor. I am now 49. Siyempre. So yun ngayon ang pasalamat ko, babalik ako kay Pastor. When I was a prosecutor, I'm fond with guns. So yung mga baril dyan na patay na lahat, di wala nang ebidensya. O for what purpose? Wala ka na maidemanda. Kung namatay ito. So, paon sa piskal. Pataw yung mga karamihan, ipaayos ko in that place in Agdao. Every time magpunta ako doon, once, twice a week, magpunta tayo paayos ng baril. Yung mga paltik yung iba. Nakikita ko si Pastor sa kanyang flock. Would you believe it? So kita sa mga 12. Tapos silang mga babae, pag magtingin, magbabay lang rin ako. Kasi sa kilid by the side. Papasok ako doon sa likod nila. Kaya it is really a miracle. Kasi pagtatawanan kasi nila noong sabihin ng mga ibang, the cynic religious idiots. Sabi na, when Pastor said that he has the appointed son. Papers in him. Maraming hindi naniniwala. Pero sabi ko sa iyo noon, I cannot argue with that. Because I really think that I spoke for the first time before the flock in White Gym. Tumatakbo ako for the first time. He invited me to talk there. And from then on, nakikita mo naman, ang sinasabi talaga niya palagi, worldwide ministry. And it has come to pass that there is really a worldwide ministry. Pati yung crowd. Maniwala kayo, about 14, hindi mag-abot ng 20. And they were praying. Kita ko lang. So I'm familiar with these ways. So one day we got to meet, shake hands, and then on. Ako yung kaibigan na pastor na pwede akong magsalita, baski magpatawa ng bastos, gano'n. But that was before. Pero yung late na, parang yung aura niya nag-iiba na. So, ang ano ko, it's calibrated din ang ano ko. Magkinto na ko ba? I do not talk to him until hindi ako magsalita, ang hindi siya magsalita. But minsan, I get to, but he laughs at my joke, but I don't really know if I was not trying to please me. Pero yan ang ano, I'll just reveal it to you. He's my close friend. Physically, we shake hands, but palayo ng palayo si Pastor ang aura. And I think that is really the signs of being a holy man. So you have a holy man in your room. Accept His blessings. Totoo yan. Hindi, ako yung mayor ninyo, kailan pa ba ako nagbubula sa inyo? On anything. Hindi ako nagbubula ng tao. But believe me, accept Him because He can help you. You want to see a result kung magpa-pray over ka sa Kanya? The result? Okay. I am now your mayor for the last 24 years. And that is because I pray to Him to pray for me. But gusto ko siguro pagkatapos nito, I just like to retire now and give it back again to Inday. I just want a simple life. Huwag din niyo akong gawing presidente. Kasi maggulo yan, magkaroon ng spasm. At kung sabihin ng mga tao, Mayor, we elected you because we want the Philippines peaceful, na kami hindi matakot maglabas sa gabi, na walang mangyayari sa amin, mga anak, lalo na dito sa Maynila. And I will do it. Pagka ginawa ko yan, ang ating mga dagat ay magkaroon na tayo maraming isda. Baski saan ka magunta, tambok, ang lapu-lapo, tambok naman. Doon Manila, unsay nila pagkaon niya, di pa nga na sila murag ka ng lapu-lapo. Tambok po kaya na dito. Ang atong fertilizer nila, ang mga bad men aning kalibutan. Daghang salamat.